Hello, in this lesson, I want you to recognize arithmetic sequences, and I want you to relate arithmetic sequences to linear functions. Some vocabulary you're going to come across is sequence, terms of a sequence, arithmetic sequence, and common difference. And I think all our vocabulary shows up right away in this very first box. A sequence is nothing more than a listing of terms, of numbers. Each term, or each number in that sequence, is a term. So for example, this would be the third term of your sequence. If you have an arithmetic sequence, that when you have the sequence of number, there's going to be a pattern. You're going to add or subtract the same thing to each term to get the next term. That term, or that difference, is called the common difference, the thing you add or subtract. So in the first example, it's 2. In the second example, we're subtracting 4. If we take a look at our first couple examples here, we just want to know, is this a arithmetic sequence? Well, if I take a look at example 1, there we go. I'm going from negative 15 to negative 13. Looks like I'm adding 2. From negative 13 to negative 11, we're adding 2. From negative 11 to negative 9, we're adding 2. So yes, this appears to be arithmetic. Now let's take a look at the second example. From 7/8 to 5/8, it looks like we're going down by 2/8. Or you can say negative 1/4 if you want to reduce that. From 5/8 to 1/8, looks like we're going down by 4/8. Uh-oh, they're not the same, are they? So this is not arithmetic. Let's go back and read the directions to make sure we answer. Yep, we showed our work and we explained it. Okay, now let's take a look at example 3. I want to find the next 3 terms of the sequence. And I'm told it's arithmetic, so I can pick any two numbers, and I'm going to look at that common difference. So the common difference between negative 8 and negative 11 appears we're going down 3, aren't we? The way you can get that, by the way, without counting, if you just take the second term and you subtract the first term, got that negative, it looks weird in there. Okay, well, when you subtract a negative, we end up adding, so negative 11 plus 8 is negative 3. That's how we got the negative 3. So in other words, to answer a question, I'm going to take negative 17, and I'm going to subtract 3. Well, that's negative 20. If I take negative 20 and I subtract 3, I'm at negative 23. If I take negative 23 and I subtract 3, I'm at negative 26. And there we have it. Okay, let's take a look at example 4. The only difference on this one is we want to find the next 4 terms. So I think I'm going to take my third term minus my second term. I'm going to take 12.5 minus 11. I could have taken, let me make this a little bit smaller. I could have taken 11 minus 9.5. I'm going to take 14 minus 12.5. It doesn't matter how you do it. So if I take 11 minus 12.5, I get 1.5. So I'm going to add 1.5 onto my term. So if I go 14 plus 1.5, I get 15.5. If I add 1.5 to 15.5, I'm at 17. If I add 1.5 to 17, I'm at 18.5. And finally, if I add 1.5 on to 18.5, I get 20. You can generate an arithmetic sequence on your calculator. Here's what you would do. I could generate this sequence on the calculator. So let me go to my calculator. Got other things open here. Let me get rid of those. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in my first term of my sequence, which is 9.5. So I press 9.5 and I press enter. That's all you got to do. Then instead of saying answer, or instead of saying 9.5, I'm going to type in answer plus 1.5, because that's my common difference, and I'll press enter. There's my second term. Now if I do my third term, I just press enter. There's 12.5. If you just keep on pressing enter, you're getting the next terms of your sequence. That's how we got, what, 14 or 15.5, 18.5, 20, and so on.